We all know it. If you're trying to diet, carbs can be your worst enemy.
And they're my favorites too. But today, the herbal pharmacist David Foreman is here to show us ways we can actually make carbs healthier. David, I am skeptical, but welcome to the Morning Blend.
I know. Trust me, I tell my friends about this and they're like, all right, so you've been like doing the other herbal thing, right? You know, like, no. So my background's actually pharmacy.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a traditional pharmacy background. I got into natural medicine, became a naturopath. So and I'm really onto the science side of stuff. So when I talk about our tips on how to make your carbs a little healthier for you, and we're talking about the bad carbs today. There are carbs that are good for you. But in this case, we're talking about the carbs that most Americans
enjoy and love.
Right, yeah, pizza, pasta, rice, breads, that kind of stuff.
Well, and
how to make them a little less caloric. How about that?
Because I think when you tell people not to have them at all, I mean, I don't know, I just think we're setting ourselves up for failure sometimes. I think it's okay to treat yourself a little bit, and if you can make it healthier, why not? Well,
and that's actually the thing. I came up with this idea of like how to hopefully have you guys enjoy your carbs and get less calories out of it. So, so what we're going to try to accomplish when we're reducing the calorie content on our carb is to make those carbs non-digestible or less digestible so they pass through you if they're not broken down. So what happens when I have a starch? Starches break down into sugar real easy in the body. And then when the sugar gets absorbed, you either make energy or fat, or other bad things too. So we'll stop at fat. So today I'm going to give you some tips on how to reduce the digestibility of those starches so that you can still eat your carbs and not get the calorie effect off of it.
It's scientific, but I get it. I'm on board.
All right, cool. Yeah, I hope I didn't blow anybody away there. I try to keep everything on easy to understand. So pizza and pasta, you know, the average American consumes like 6,000 slices of pizza a year.
Half of that.
Somebody out there's 12 because I don't eat it. If you eat pasta, bread, pizza cold, you get about half the calorie content out of the starch.
Stop it.
Really?
Yeah, but it has to be eaten cold. Now, I don't know about you guys. I don't dig cold pizza. I mean, not even in college.
Cold pizza.
So wait a second. If you eat cold pizza, it is better for you in the carb side of things.
Yeah, because the starch that was broken down by cooking it kind of recombines, and then it becomes some of it bemes less digestible.
Okay.
But I'm not like that, and most people watching today, I know you're not like that either. Sorry, I've got two freaky ladies.
Bring it back to my college days.
Always. That's the bottom line.
So what I do, I use a white kidney bean. So these are white kidney beans.
Okay.
A white kidney bean extract. I do some consulting for a company that has an ingredient called Phase 2. Phase 2 is a starch blocker. So if I take Phase 2, if I'm going to eat starches, I take Phase 2 before I have that meal or snack. I love nachos, so before nachos, before French fries, whatever it is. I'm a chip freak. I take Phase 2. It blocks 65% of the caloric effect. So,
and then you eat your pizza cold and you're good.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I was telling somebody the other day, well, I do cold. I'm like, well, you know what? Wouldn't it be cold to block 65% of the calories that are left? So anytime you're having a starch, Phase 2, scientifically shown to help with weight loss, helping you maintain your weight.
Well, I know. I see coconut oil sitting over here, and I know we're talking about that in the beauty segment coming up, but how is this affecting carbs?
So when you're making rice, specifically, there was a study that was done that showed that if you used coconut oil when you cooked your rice, whether it was white or brown rice, so there's a process that goes through. It's not just the coconut oil. So when you're cooking your rice, you would use a tablespoon of coconut oil per cup of rice. And then you however much water, depending on the type of rice, make it like it says. You cook it, you take it out, and you put it in your refrigerator for 12 hours. All right, so you're going to make it cold. So along the concept of cold, but now here's the other thing. Then when it comes back out, I recommend, hey, coconut oil is healthy for you. Put some in a pan, you take your cold rice and you put it in your pan just to warm it up, and then you eat it. 50% of the calorie content again. It's like half off on calories today with Herbal Pharmacist. Seriously, so an average cup of cooked rice, which is about that, has 200 calories normally. The way I prepared it with coconut oil, cooking it, refrigerator, heat it up that way, it goes down to 100 calories, so basically you're half.
That's amazing.
And then back to the toaster now too, because it's the same kind of concept where we need to freeze this before
basically we're making resistant starches one way or the other, so you take your frozen bread and toast it from the freezer. So you don't let it thaw out, you put it in your toaster, toast it, and you're gonna negate 39% of the glycemic load on your body, whether it's white bread, whole bread, doesn't really matter. So again, you can either eat stuff cold, prepare it in a funky way, or like me, I use Phase 2 to block my starches.
Yeah, I love it. This is all easy. We can do this, Natalie.
We can do this.
I know.
I'm energized and ready to carbs.
Can't wait to have you back.
Thanks.